What's up, guys? It's KB. Make sure you subscribe to the Underground Sports Philadelphia YouTube channel. Click the bell icon down below so you don't miss a single video from us. And thanks for tuning in to another video from Underground Sports Philadelphia. Now let's get into it.
Philadelphia, baby, you're going to love it. Best sports fans in the world. Actually, the worst, but that's what makes them the best.
Yo, what's poppin', all my peeps? It is I, your host with the most, Renaissance man who always thinks he can, and champion of the peeps, Patty Pitts, welcoming you back to my house for another edition of the house show presented to you by Underground Industries. It's not just me, Patty P, here down by the river in your house. I'm joined again. He's back. The founding father himself, Mr. KB. What's poppin', dude? Welcome back to the house.
Good to be back. I was away last week for something. Where was I last week?
Phillies
Game.
got him on your head.
Great game. Yeah, I was away for the Phillies. Actually, I was away for the Phillies. Game got postponed, so then I went out and watched the Flyers clinch and advance over the Pittsburgh Penguins, and it was absolute pandemonium, euphoria at the old Chickies and Pete's. That was a ton of fun. And then Thursday, I ended up going to the Phillies game because they did the classic early
day-night doubleheader. Those are the best.
Fun.
Those are great.
And then I just got back tonight before we started recording. Played Pokemon TCG competitively for the first time in over a decade. Your boy went 2-1, not too shabby, knocking the rust off.
Yeah, dress up your shoulders there. Good job. Okay, just a little more too. There you go.
How you doing?
How you done?
Very fun environment. And the owner of the shop has like a wrestling background, so
we love our wrestling
everywhere.
peeps. Yeah, we love our peeps who are wrestling peeps. I got my wrestling on right now. We've got NXT on. Darkseid taking on my dudes Hank and Tank. Talked about Raw a little bit ago over at No Nights Off. Go check that out if you want to hear my thoughts on Raw, because I have more thoughts about the wrestling world right now. KB, Raw was great, yada yada, but I need to get stuff off my chest about WWE and the recent story going around regarding the pay cuts happening in WWE. Also, the releases that have happened and the rumors that there appear to be more on the horizon. It's a real tough time to be a WWE fan, and it's tough to, watch and see every week and see on social media. But then they go back on the flip side and they put out an amazing show in Triple R. Like, that is the best WWE product, in my opinion, right now. What? Are you getting this?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. So, it is the best product, in my opinion, from what I watch, just how the show's run, all the wrestling stuff. It's a sad day to be a WWE fan. All right, right now. And that's where a lot of my, the conversation will lie tonight. However, because we're recording on a Tuesday, spoiler alert, will not be here the weekend. Got a wedding. Best friend's getting married again. So we're recording this and AEW hasn't happened yet. However,
this is why commas are important. Your best friend is getting married.
Comma.
Again.
And another best friend. You'd say that's why context is key. AEW hasn't happened yet. Dynamite's going to be a great show tomorrow night, and Collision has been great too. So I was telling Sarah, urging her, and I'll urge you guys all to watch AEW. And at this point, the show's already happened. Let me know what you thought of AEW Dynamite in the comments below. Hit subscribe and bell notification as well. Or if you're listening on Apple or Spotify podcast, give that 5-star review and give me a comment about what you thought about AEW. What was your favorite match of the night? Who is your who's your guy and who are you not a fan of right now? What storylines aren't hitting. So let me know and bring it to the house show. KB, actually, I just had this thought strike. A light bulb just went off. You know what? You can also leave me a comment, question, or just want to vent out any wrestling frustrations. You can just go to speakpipe.com/official house show and leave me one of your comments, questions, or concerns about the wrestling industry every week. The phone lines are always
open all the time. Just haven't gotten calls lately.
No, I may have been forgot to pay the phone bill, but we have to have you guys test that out. All right, so test that out. Speakpipe.com/official house show to give us your thoughts about what's going on in AEW or even WWE in the releases, because I could talk about that till the cows come home. I just spent 2 hour, prep before both shows tonight in a rabbit hole of everything going on with the releases and alleged pay cuts that WWE TKO are negotiating with talent. It's, it all came from the story of the New Day walking away from WWE. I totally forgot
this happened. That blew me away. That
yes
happened. Like when I saw, I think Robbie Fox quote tweeted it, and that's how it ended up on my timeline. And I was just like, sense. What?
Yeah, it's something I didn't think would happen. I really did not think we were ever going to see the New Day leave WWE. To me, it really proves that we don't have any lifers anymore for anywhere. It was reported by Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful, we get it up, that New Day, Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods have mutually decided to part ways with WWE. Fightful and Corey Hayes, Corey_Hayes 407, a Body Slam, have learned. And it's all came out that they were asked to take a pay cut and they declined and knew their value and decided to walk away. And that grew into a bigger story of TKO WWE asking talent to take upwards of 50% pay cut. Holy that's shit. Serious. No, dude, yeah, it's bad. And the so there was someone, it's all speculatory right now of who it was because no one knows who it is, but they took a massive pay cut, like almost upwards of 50%. Everyone's trying to figure out who it is.
Who is the speculative?
There's a lot of people. There's The Miz. There's LA Knight.
The Miz makes sense from a standpoint that he has other ventures outside of WWE that he does that would bring him income.
Correct, but it's still
like the game show hosting and like more in the public spotlight. Like I think more known for he's one of those guys that's kind of crossed over from being strictly WWE.
Oh, absolutely,
to being
absolutely.
Like a pop culture kind of like Hollywood guy, but not at the same level. Obviously, it's like The Rock, Cena, Batista, because he's not doing movies, but he's like doing like the TV hosting. He's very good at it.
He's a pop culture guy, and the real world experience definitely helps with that. The Miz would make sense to me. LA Knight seems like a real far-fetched
that seems
from
like
him.
It wouldn't be
no, I don't. I think he was asked and he said, like, because a lot of them said no, like they're not, and it's actually leading to there's reports out right now that we could see more releases in the next few days. I have it up right here that there maybe more releases coming. I'm trying to see if Fightful said. Oh, it's on. Yeah, no, it wasn't Fightful. It was Dave Meltzer, which I can't believe I'm on the same team right now as Dave Meltzer. But anyways, Dave Meltzer was saying that he expects there be more releases in the upcoming days because of this pay cut talk. And that pisses me off. That like really, really pisses me off that we're seeing these veterans, top guys that have been there for forever, or even those that just didn't even get the chance, like a JC Mateo, aka Jeff Cobb, didn't even get a chance to show what they could really do. And they're asking them to take pay cuts leading to their release, all the while record profits. And Ari Emanuel is getting these, like
bringing in all this money, allegedly, and you're gonna make 50%. Nobody should ever have to take a pay cut. Obviously, like I fully like believe in that. Like that, if you are earning something, it's because the company you work for or yourself, if you're an independent contract, like you have set like the standard of what you deserve to be paid. You know,
correct.
If it has to be, you know, a 5 to 10% pay cut, not that I agree with it, but like I can understand that.
There's worse. Yeah, like it's like, all right, you still have a job.
It's not the end of the world.
Yeah.
50% in this economy, I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's professional wrestling. I don't care if you're, you know, a grocery store worker. Nobody should ever take a 50% pay cut. That's asinine, especially when your bosses are multi-billionaires.
Yeah, it's bullshit. That's the only way to describe it, is that it's absolute bullshit. To the point where they're making it not fun to be a wrestling fan. They want you to be a WWE fan. That's what irks me. That there's no, they really just want to be in a league of their own. And they are, 100% are. I'm not going to disagree with that. It's frustrating when you have companies like AEW putting on 4 hours, 4-hour spectacles or 4 hours of class, like wrestling shows with actual wrestling on it. And then you have WWE that put on their premium live events and it says it's a 3-hour show. Well, an hour and a half is wrestling and an hour and a half is commercials. And that is becoming imbalanced on the wrestling side.
Can I add something to that? Because I'm glad you brought that up. Because this weekend, I was lucky enough, got invited, and Casey and Owen did a live recording at the Regal Cinema IMAX in King of Prussia. Shout out to them. Phenomenal experience. We got to watch the Miami Grand Prix in IMAX.
Oh, that's cool. That's really cool.
And I've sat and watched like F1 events before, whether it be at the F1 arcade in Philly, or we've had other partnerships with like different bars and stuff where we've watched them for the podcast for Underground Circuit. Go subscribe. Watching it in IMAX was an insane experience. We'll talk more about like that element of things. But being able to kind of just be like in a movie theater seat and watching the layout of F1, because I'm a very casual F1 fan. I'm not live and die like Casey and Owen are, but I enjoy it. Like it's a fun thing to follow the storylines and stuff and watching everything kind of unfold. And the Miami GP was very entertaining, but watching how the ad placement was, I was like, I kind of want to see how this, because F1, there's no commercials during the race. It does not cut to commercial whatsoever. Not even a picture-in-picture type thing. There's no commercials, which I love. But obviously, your drivers have ads plastered on their cars. Teams are very similar to like Japanese baseball, where it's like we are the blank so-and-so team.
Yeah, Manchester United used to have
and like soccer teams
Chevy
have the stuff.
Yeah, Chevy on there.
But like you have all the ads there, and then you have the ads like showing like the race time. There's an ad for that. There's ads for like they tap into like the radio transceivers of the drivers and the teams. That has an ad, and I'm like, that's how ad placement should be done. The fact that WWE does not do that as their like full-blown way of like doing ads. I know they do it here and there for like certain things, but especially now after the WrestleMania we just had, I'm like, there's a way to do it. And Formula
They have-
One in particular is showing you how to do it.
Well, they have the ads plastered all over the ring. That was never a thing when when VKM was in charge, and you had this week's Slam of the Week presented by Lugs. Like, that was a thing, and that still is a thing. I like that. I'm a fan of that form of ad placement in my wrestling
That's
show.
how it should be. Or like this
When-
is like the match of the night presented by.
I really thought you were going into. They do the match tonight, by the way.
Like,
But I really
that's
thought
how
you were
do
going
that.
to go with the gear, branding on the gear, and
I don't think it should get. To
I
that
was
with wrestling.
no, I was okay. Good, all right, we're on the same page.
Wrestling
We're on
to
the same
me, it's still very much a personality. Like your gear is your personality.
Absolutely,
So I
agreed.
don't think you should put ads on there, but like incorporating it into the broadcast more rather than doing commercials is where I more so lean.
Did you see? I definitely didn't. The other night, or I saw a tweet from the other night of WWE doing a full blown commercial for the live crowd, just lights off commercial on the big screen.
Like,
Dude, that
you should-
doesn't make me want to go to a WWE show right now. It doesn't.
Like, you should have like segments sponsored, matches sponsored. Like, that makes sense. That's how marketing and advertising should be done. It kind of is surprising to me that Michael Cole's table doesn't have an ad, that their headsets, and the broadcasting element doesn't have an ad where like
Mhm.
the NFL, like, oh, their headsets are so.
Well, they have the tables. Have you seen this now? They have tables with the Slim Jim ad on
I
it.
think I've seen it.
And it is
That's
pissed
cool.
off. It has pissed off a lot of wrestling fans.
It's good branding though for Slim Jim. That's good. That's a
Great branding for
product
Slim Jim. It's
integration,
great
which
branding.
is also, I'm dealing with this in the PLL right now because they swapped over to the Nike jerseys. They look awesome. The backup jersey sponsor used to be Ticketmaster. Well, Patty Pitts, we all know Ticketmaster's going through a big lawsuit right now. So the backup jersey sponsor is now switched to Dude Wipes. And the way everyone was freaking out, how are you putting Dude Wipes on the ass of a jersey, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, how long do you wear your jersey? Like, how long lengthwise is your jersey that it's going to your ass? It's going to sit like right above like your tramp stamp line and you'll be fine. But the PLL announced with a video today, Dude Wipes is the official backside sponsor of the PLL. Great branding.
That was good branding. I like that. You see me
That's the type of
smile there a
stuff
little
that
bit. That
works
was
for me.
nice.
And that's the type of stuff me as a consumer, I'm not always inclined to go and purchase whatever your advertisements are, for sporting events and stuff. Like, there's some stuff that I end up using by happenstance. But when I see good marketing, like Dude Wipes being the backside sponsor, like Slim Jim being on a table and their whole thing is like snap into a Slim Jim and a table snapping, that's good. That makes me want to like invest in your product as a consumer. That's just me.
Okay.
And I think there's other people like me out there that like when you see good branding, you and I have talked about stuff before where like you see something and it like catches your eye and it's like, oh, I want to use that.
Yeah, it's good. Oh, I do.
Smart.
I'm the worst. I am a marketer's best friend.
Right.
I
that
really
kind of
am
stuff speaks
since birth.
Because then
It
not
does.
only is that advertiser like showcasing that they care about the brand or the sports league or whatever it may be that they are sponsoring, but then you also have the genius of the marketers for that brand or sports league or whatever working hand in hand with that brand to make sure that it works that way.
Yeah.
And that's the stuff that like should be how the marketing with WWE works. And I feel like they're right. It's like the meme of like the guy like digging
Digging the hole. Yeah,
pickaxe,
I've seen
like,
it
the
so many
diamond's
times.
right there. But WWE is like, oh, this is too hard, and they just turn around.
Dude, yeah, it's bad. It's so bad to the point where it's the TKO. It's just it's really tough to be, sticking up for WWE in these moments where this news comes out. Is I really, a majority of the time, do not have anything bad to say about the product, the company. I'm very rarely talking ill of the company, but it's really tough when this is all coming out all while you're making breaking records in profit coming in, and ticket sales and yada yada. Then you have all these different avenues for talent. You know what I mean? Like, you have so many different avenues to present your superstars that you're not capitalizing on. It feels very from TKO's point of view, that they are trying to simply, do what is the bare minimum, and the bare minimum is television. They want television wrestlers so they can get ready for their hour television PLE, and then you're going right over to our app where you have to subscribe to go watch that. And I thank God I just remembered this in my Royal Ramble in here, that this feels very similar to what was going on in WCW in the early 2000s, when essentially AOL took it over. It was the board members. You've got trash wrestling. That's what AOL had. It was, I'd have to do more research on it, but just something that pops up in my brain, that era where it was pretty much corporate people taking over a wrestling show and they had no idea what to do with it. We're obviously not there yet. I'm a very forward thinker. It feels, I'm seeing patterns in that regard where TKO is so out of touch with the wrestling fan. They want to bring them over to the UFC style, the more sports style, where wrestling is physical, but it's way more about the character, the story, the pageantry of it all. That's what makes it so unique and its own thing. And by taking that little bit out of it, you're ruining the product, and you're only making it worse. It infuriates me. Mm-hmm. It really does.
100% valid, my man.
Like, I'm going to go watch AEW and be more excited about watching that, because I know that I'm going to get a good product. I'm going to get good wrestling. It's not going to be, watered down. That's what it feels like. It feels like WWE is just doing generic sports entertainment based. I don't know. It's just like, it's tough to be a full on, that's my brand, because there's so much else out there. Like, thank God I found the indies. Thank God I found the indie scene. New England has a great independent wrestling scene. Obviously, my bias being with the Victorious BRG, but I mean, I started following people I've never thought of even following, like never thought would be watching them on a semi-regular basis. Heels like DJ Powers, who works in the Pro Wrestling Super Show.
DJ Powers.
DJ Powers. He does this thing where
Hot 97 with DJ Powers.
You're listening live to 97.1 with DJ Powers.
Smooth jazz with DJ Powers.
You're listening to 95.1 with DJ Powers. And that was... But he's so the funny thing about him is that he's obviously a heel, and he has long hair, wets his hair. When he goes up to the crowd, he'll turn his back towards the front row and then go up, down, and just splash the water all over them. It's that type of like chicken shit heel stuff I love, and just that's it shows he gets it. I can just like Cha-Cha. There's a wrestling in Cha-Cha that's unbelievable that everyone should go see, and that's just in my backyard. You have Limitless. They having a show on Friday night that I'm gonna miss. I'm very sad about that. Honestly, Warzone. WWE Evolved champion Aaron Rourke will be fighting in that cage. It's just like, the point is that I just spewed on there with other wrestling companies that give me that same excitement, when I see them, and they're making it a fan centric experience.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's being missed with WWE, is that it was always a fan centric experience. Hate him or love him, VKM got that. He got that. You got to get them in the door, and the money will flow. With TKO, it feels like the opposite. They want the money, and they get them in the door, and they underwhelm the shit out of them. Because that's what I felt like this year with WrestleMania, which is that's your time. That's where TKO has, I would say, the most say out of any PLE all year, is WrestleMania. And you want to take it to the next level, and you absolutely underwhelm the crowd with both nights. Without Punk Roman, that is a bum ass WrestleMania. It is a bottom tier WrestleMania without that match. Like, it pisses me off. Like, I've been going down a rabbit hole of this shit, man. Like, because it's just ridiculous. I saw this tweet. I sent it to you on X, on Twitter. I'll give a little bit of read here. At Jimmy Van, founder of Fightful. Oh, shit. Yeah, okay. So he's the founder of Fightful. He said, I understand the realities of business, especially with a public company. You have to show growth every quarter for your shareholders, and sometimes you have to make hard decisions to help you achieve that. My problem with this WWE pay cut news is the optics. Asking a contracted talent to take less money months after it was revealed that TKO execs received compensation packages in the tens of millions leaves a bad taste in everybody's mouth. Add to that raising ticket prices to the point that you price out families, announcing WrestleMania in a new location, then going back to Vegas, which nobody wanted due to site fees and tax credits, using your clout to get creative decisions made involving your celebrity friends, again, which nobody wanted. All of it just makes for bad optics. The vocal minority online is larger than TKO thinks it is. Remember the hashtag We Want Cody movement? TKO will align WWE's most devoted, TKO will alienate WWE's most devoted fans, and they will not be successful in replacing them with Jelly Roll or Pat McAfee followers. That is the best way to sum up my feelings. It's watered down. It is the complete corporate takeover of WWE. What happened to the game I love, man?
What happened in the game I love?
What happened to it, man? It's just sad.
Valid. Very sad.
Anyways, go give them more money, because WWE Shop is a great place where you can, dude. Yeah, because you can go get your favorite merchandise from your favorite WWE superstar. Do you love that Danhausen? I love that Danhausen. He has some great merch. Go get his merch today so you don't get cursed by him. Roman Reigns fighting Jacob Fatu. I love that Shirthausen. But you know what I love more? I love this Hathausen right here. Love that. So go get your WWE Shop merch, your favorite superstars. Use our link below to help support the house show in doing so. Use that affiliate link to get your favorite merchandise of your favorite WWE superstar now.
The Podhausen?
That's a good name for a pod. The Podhausens.
Keeping up with the Podhausens?
Yeah.
Yeah. What a time. Dude, we got into some business talk there. Big business.
I know. I was really good. I felt very comfortable there because I've started watching wrestling from such a different perspective after college. I'm pretty sure. Like I just started watching through a different lens and like, holy shit, it's such a beast. It's so big and it's a business at the end of the day. You know, we talk about all this nonsense in the ring and the shows and whatnot, but it's a business, and the amount of money that this business makes is crazy. It's insane. So, yeah.
We are recording this on Cinco de Mayo, Patty Pits.
We are. Yes, we are.
I brought this up to you pre-show. I think we should rank our top 5 things that relate to Lucha.
Okay. So it's not just luchadores, period. It's just lucha things.
Lucha things.
Oh, all right. Easy.
Things de
all
lucha.
Right. Cosas de lucha.
And then we each have our own list. And
sounds good,
it's
man.
going to be hysterical how polarizingly different they are.
I can't wait for it. I love the nonsense. Let's do it.
I will let you go first. Let me pull up a notes tab and I'll write these down. So then we'll have a graphic go out with these, even though it'll go out after Cinco de Mayo.
Dude, anytime you rank lucha things, it plays. It plays, man. So the peeps love lucha things.
Your first thing on your lucha things list.
I
will preface this. They may go in order of how we take them. It is not necessarily the rank of.
No, the only one that's a rank.
Collective top 5.
Yeah. The only thing that's a rank for me is this one, because when you hear Lucha Libre, this one man comes to mind, and it's Rey Mysterio. That he is the Lucha. He is the Luchadore. Like, anytime you think of Lucha Libre, you think of him, and the amount of people that credit Rey Mysterio for being their role model, idol, their, the reason they got into the business, it's undoubtedly number one. On top of that, he has the sickest moves ever. I mean, the 619. The 619 may go down as one of the coolest wrestling moves of all time. Yeah, and the masks. The masks, the get-up, that's the other aspect of Lucha Libre that isn't the physical part of it. It's the pageantry. It's the, what is your costume? What does your mask mean? Because the masks can mean so many different things that relate to your character, to your gimmick. And it's not only something that you wear in the ring. Like, you wear that 24/7 when you're a wrestler. You're living the gimmick, and he did that to a T. He is, when you think of Lucha Libre, you think of Rey Mysterio.
Yeah, Rey Mysterio's on my list too.
All right, sweet. Yeah, it just hook, line, and sinker. I'll let you go and explain one though. Right now, I'll be a peep, because
I was gonna say the Lucha mask is. I know you brought that up, but like the mask is like what makes it Lucha, and like that has transcended even beyond wrestling too. Like, you see, like Fletcher Cox, when he was doing Super Bowl media, was given an Eagles Lucha mask by one of the Mexican reporters to wear, and he puts it on at Super Bowl media day. You have you have Bill's Mafia tailgating, and there's people in Lucha masks freaking plastering themselves on tables looking like luchadors. Like, the mask is just an iconic piece of like wardrobe, and it's what makes Lucha.
Yeah, 100%. Like, Lucha masks are the coolest thing. I would love to collect them, or I would just love to have one. The only Luchador mask I ever had was Shark Boy from TNA. And if you want to look that up, that is a hilarious looking mask. Not really a luchador, but yeah. Oh, that was a good mask. That was fun. I would go with 2. I'm trying to think of 2, because that lucha mask's a good one. I'm gonna go with can I say move, like the high flying? I'm gonna go with the high flying ring style, the athletic, like, because when I watch Lucha Libre, it's my eyes are absolutely glued to the television every time. They're glued. You never know what you're going to see next in a lucha match. It's the quickness of these wrestlers, the high flying ability. Like it's so incredible, the things that they can pull off in the ring, and it's its own thing. It's its own thing within the wrestling world. You know, the that sets it apart. You know, the crazy moves they're doing, walking across the top rope and then springboard into some moonsault or a 450. Like, I do not understand how they do these things with their bodies. I never will. It's such a key component to Lucha Libre, the high flying aspect of it. And I mean, I don't care how many times I see a Spanish fly off the top rope, I'm gonna go crazy for it. Or a luchador hitting a springboard attack and then turning it into an arm drag. I don't like, it's those things that keep me watching, but yeah, they're so simple. Not so simple. I mean, not so simple, but they make it look so simple.
I am going to go with a pop culture. I guess I could just say lucha in pop culture, because you look at how it has infiltrated the pop culture world.
Mm-hmm.
Like in video games alone, like you have a Pokemon that is inspired by lucha, that has lucha in the name. Lucha is a fighting flying type Pokemon that is like a hawk humanoid that has lucha incorporated into its design. Like you have El Fuerte from Street Fighter. You have like so many different video game, like Tekken has characters like King and Armor King. There's a very like niche video game called Guacamelee that has a
That's
Luchadore
awesome
in it. Like lucha in video games, like the fact that it has like there's a Kirby ability that involves lucha. Like lucha in video games has like made its way into just like everyday kind of just like conversation, and I feel like half the people don't even realize that it is from wrestling, and they just think it's like, oh, this is a video game style. Like that's how it transcends. So the fact that like a wrestling style has made its way into being so prominent in the video game world is fascinating.
I'm gonna go Lucha Underground at 3. It only lasted a few years, but goddamn, it was one of the best wrestling shows around, and it had a lot of wrestlers. I mean, it was all wrestlers in masks essentially, and a lot of those guys are now wrestling now. Prince Puma is Ricochet in AEW. Swerve was in there as Go Birds. Swerve was Killshot, I'm pretty sure. Jeff Cobb was in Lucha Underground. Io Sky was in Lucha Underground and faced Penta in a match. Chelsea Green versus Penta in Lucha Underground, and she was Tekla or one of the two. Electra, I forget her name, but Chelsea Green first Penta happened because of Lucha Libre, and that's what I mean. Like they showcased Lucha Libre in such a different way, like through the traditional way and then the hardcore way and then the cinematic way, because part of the act was it watched like a television show. It like but not just weekly episodic, like series-esque, watching it from season 1 on. So like that brought, highlighted Lucha Libre in a different light. And to this day, I still watch clips and videos from Lucha Underground, and I am like, bring this back every time.
trying to think here. I'm gonna go like similar vein to video games, but like Lucha in TV and movies.
Yeah.
You have Nacho Libre, obviously, one of the like funniest movies of our like upbringing in terms of, you know, bringing wrestling into the forefront. You have TV shows like Mucha Lucha. You have a show that may not necessarily be like Lucha full blown, but like, do you remember El Tigre that was on Nickelodeon?
I do. You just You just hit.
Got one.
Wow.
One season.
That's why I don't really remember it. Only got one season.
But like he was wearing like a tiger costume that had a mask and everything as a superhero that was very like Lucha adjacent. Like you had what else? I'm trying to think here. Like even like Rob Zombie did an animated film called The Haunted World of El Super Bisto, which stars a Mexican luchador named El Super Bisto.
That's awesome.
The main antagonist of Despicable Me 2 is El Macho. Like, the way that Lucha has made its way into TV and movies is crazy.
It's
very Lucha.
It's very Lucha. It's
Lucha worldwide.
It's a Lucha world. We're just living in it, man. We're just living in it. What's for? I'm trying to think of something else that I would think of. Nacho Libre is a good one. I think I might have to add him to the Nonsense Wrestling Federation. I think I might have to have him somewhere because he is very iconic. I think he is already, but anyways, I got one. I'm trying to. I had makes for great radio. I don't know why. I'm gonna say Eddie Guerrero. Because even without a mask, he like no mask, he still was a luchador. Like similar to Rey Mysterio, he brought Lucha Libre to another level. So I'm going Eddie Guerrero. Latino Heat. He was awesome. High flying.
I'm going to add to the Mysterio lore. I'm going to go Dirty Dom.
Dirty Dom. All right.
I feel like Dirty Dom, along with others, but like he's very prominent in terms of just like known culture-wise.
Mm-hmm.
And
at this point, yeah.
Carrying a mantle, obviously. And like he's that new era. To kind of
he is the new era luchadors.
Usher it in, like he's obviously wrestled in AAA, like he's got a lot of lucha in him that I think you can put him on this list and nobody would blink an eye.
No, you wouldn't. No, you absolutely wouldn't. And then I'm gonna go. All right, I'm doing a cop-out pick. El Santo. Superhero icon. He was the first luchador ever, or first known, well-known luchador, and helped us complete a record of our own. I mean, in the wiki race. So
true.
I'm going with El Santo. Go check out the wiki race we did.
Yes.
In the archives. Go check out the wiki race.
Said a new one was going to be up. It will be up next week, I promise.
We're only human. Please.
I'm going to say AAA.
There you go.
Like that's the new spot to be. You know, obviously
it's been around forever.
Like,
WWE brought it
very much in the public eye. It's only going to continue to develop, you know, more and more talent on the lucha scene. So I'm going to go AAA.
All right, sweet. There's our lucha list.
Rey Mysterio, which was on both of our lists. High flying ring style for Patty Pitts there. Lucha Underground, Eddie Guerrero, and El Santo. I've got the Lucha mask. Lucha in video games. Lucha in TV and movies. Dirty Dom and AAA.
Not too bad. Not too bad.
And that whole listing there Brought to you by our friends over at NordVPN.
Yes. Do you
Patty
want to
Pitts,
protect?
when I called you to tell you that NordVPN was getting on board with the boys, I thought you were going to have a heart attack.
I was pumped. I was so pumped for this. Every wrestling content creator is using this, which means you should be using it as well. Protect your data, protect your Wi-Fi from hackers anywhere. So you can use the code in our
It's a link.
Use the link in our description below. Thank you. Use this link in our description below to get your subscription today and to protect yourself from hackers.
And the biggest bang for your buck plan starts at $6.39 a month.
That's nothing.
It's nothing. Especially in today's day and age with how much subscriptions cost. NordVPN services allow you to connect with over 6,000 servers in 110 plus countries. It secures your internet data with military-grade encryption, ensures your web activity remains private, and helps bypass geographic content restrictions online. So, WrestleMania was happening in Europe, they were getting documentaries and things going on instead of commercials. You could watch WrestleMania in a different country. You could watch these pay-per-views and PLEs in different countries and get their content as well with NordVPN. So use the link in the description and get started today with NordVPN. Support the house show and use something that's truly going to protect your data, protect your internet from hackers, from people trying to sneak through the walls and RKO you into oblivion. Use NordVPN. Use our link in the description.
You named 2 finishes there. It was pretty good. Pretty good. That's Liv Morgan's. It's the Oblivion. That was nice. It's good. What else? I mean, we talked a lot about Lucha things already. How everyone should definitely. I mean,
that should be the segment name anytime you talk about Lucha. So, all right, let's talk about Lucha things.
Lucha things. And we'll start off some Lucha things by me telling everybody to start watching AAA. It is an hour-long wrestling show. Fantastic, outstanding matches. I put one from the show this week on my favorite match of the 2026 card. Mini Vikingo versus El Hijo de Vikingo. It's everything I said about the high-flying athletic ability happened in this match. Mini Vikingo hit a move that was a corkscrew dive out of the ring that turned into a DDT somehow. I don't know how, but it did. And there was some shenanigans that went on, but it's wrestling and shenanigans always happen. Outside interference coming down to even the odds. And then Mini Vikingo hit a 450, or he hits a move off the top rope. I feel like everyone's doing a 450. And won the match and upset El Hijo de Vikingo. It was such an exciting match that you really felt like that watching a WWE match, maybe since Punk Roman, and that's even a stretch. What is that? That's even a stretch. And then you have the rivalry going on right now between the OG El Grande Americano and El Grande Americano. Maybe top 5 feud in all of WWE programming. It's been going on for how long now? Culminating in their mask versus mask match on May 30th. Their segment this week on the show where it was a contract signing. The OG El Grande Americano comes down to the ring with gets a new contract from the one that is on the table. And in this contract, for him to compete in the match, he has stipulations of no physicality until the day of the event. And 2, the backstage correspondent, Andrea, I don't know her last name, but Andrea is fired from AAA. Keep in mind why this is important. She's dating El Grande Americano, Ludwig Kaiser. So she's dating, and it's his amour. She's fighting. As she leaves the ring, she's, bad-mouthing him, telling him off. And says to him, "It's okay." It says to El Grande Americano, "It's okay, just kick his ass." Like, you're not getting that type of. It feels like just so personal, deep. All this, it's just like you want to watch.
Mhm.
So it's the best feud in wrestling in WWE programming right now, where I don't care what you're doing on May 30th. Everybody should go and be watching this match. It's going to be electric. But then after that's announced, after that's great, boom, no physicality. OG Americano leaves. And then the Creed brothers attacked El Grande Americano and put him through a table. Now get this, KB. 2 nights later, it's announced that there's going to be a trios match between El Grande Americano and Bravo and Bravo. And they're going to face the OG Americano and the Creed brothers, who are now Los Hermanos Americanos. So they're going to fight each other before the event on WWE programming. But they can't touch each other or have any physical altercation or whatever in AAA until that match. Do you see the nonsense? It makes no sense to me, but somehow it's supposed to make sense to us. Mm-hmm. It's like my biggest complaint about the feud right now is that that didn't make sense to me. Why couldn't you just had Rayo and Bravo take on the other two Hermanos Americanos of Brutus and Julio?
Down by the school.
Or Bruno. It was Bruno and Julio.
We don't talk about Bruno.
I'm sorry, we don't talk about Bruno here. I'm sorry. My bad. We do not talk about Bruno here. No. Yeah. It's just that, like, that's just a feud. We haven't even got to. It's so good. It's so good. Triple A every week, and it's only an hour. It's, you know who runs it? You know who's the head writer?
I feel like you've told me, but I'm blanking right now.
It's The Undertaker.
Yes, I did know that.
The Undertaker runs the show in Triple A. It's incredible. And he's when you have a guy of that mind putting on this show, it makes you want to watch, because he's going to reward you for watching. He rewards the fans. He's a student of the game. Now back to who are in it too. The commentators. It's Corey Graves, who's the color commentator on Monday Night Raw with Michael Cole. And then you have JBL is the heel color commentator, who is vying right now to be GM because they need a new GM. And then they have Rey Mysterio on the desk too for English translations. So you actually get to hear what they're saying. Yes, you still need some subtitles a little bit, but then you get to hear what they're saying. It's awesome. No, it's a really good show.
You're going to laugh at the chat I sent to you.
All right. Yeah, exactly. No, it's really, it's like, dude, and it's so funny. Like, that's why it's so good. That is why it's so good. Like, he's such a good heel. He's such a good heel. That's who I grew up on, watching be the bad guy, have a reign of terror on SmackDown. Mm-hmm. Oh, he's awesome. But he fits. It's great every week. Like, I want to go and watch next week's show. So, yeah. Yeah. What else you got in the chamber? Do you want to bring up to me?
What else have I seen before we get
to get so we
out of here?
Yeah, so we got the I do want to hit the hora, un hora. See, I speak Spanish.
What else have I bookmarked this week?
I'm upset that I'm not going to see Limitless. I am pissed about that, but I will be able to watch it on YouTube next day probably.
Oh, it's in pop culture again. It's obviously Star Wars week. We had May the 4th.
Oh, it was yesterday.
Technically Revenge of the 5th.
So good. So good.
So I don't sound stupid.
Mm-hmm.
What is the biological father-son for Dirty Dom, and is Rey Mysterio like in real life outside of the ring?
No, okay. Yes, he is. But if you want to ask a wrestling fan, and in the world of kayfabe, we don't know. Eddie Guerrero legitimately could be his dad, and they play up that fact weekly. Now it's became a bit very heavily. But here's the thing though. He acts so much like Eddie.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And the look and everything, that because of that, people are starting to like think they're going crazy and be like, wait, was that really real? Like, how far did they go? Like, all
so
that.
In either sense, I'm trying to that might not be the best comparison. But let's just go from the Star Wars vantage point. Is Luke and Darth Vader the greatest father-son heel versus face in movie history?
Father-son, yeah.
I think it's if it's not one, it's certainly on the top 5.
I can't think of any like major ones. And you said movie history, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, because Westworld's a television show.
I'm trying to think of any other like father-son like riffs.
There isn't really that I can think of that are like most noteworthy.
Well, I guess you could say like it wouldn't be father-son, but it's like father and child, like Thanos and Gamora.
Yeah.
Because Gamora was the one that like,
or Star-Lord and Kurt Russell.
Ego, yeah, that's another good one.
That would be one. That's father son.
I still think Luke and Vader is better.
It's one. That's number one. No, that Luke Vader is number one. But that's I'm just trying to think of any real big ones off the top of my head. Yeah, I'm not blanking on them because I gotta get back to the movies too.
I don't think there's really anything that compares.
There's nothing that compares. It is the greatest feud between father and son.
In a new era is Din Djarin, aka the Mandalorian, and Grogu the greatest tag team in a galaxy far away.
Oh, that could be true.
That's a good.
See, the thing right now off the top, like they remind me, like, well, no, because Grogu doesn't speak, right?
Correct. He just kind of makes like some noises, but he
doesn't
like, actually talk.
Yeah, and he's that would be the best tag team for sure. Can't really think of others at the moment. I mean, Timon and Pumbaa, where do you put them?
Ooh.
I don't know why they came to mind.
That's a good tag team there.
Movie history. So yeah, Timon and Pumbaa. I mean, Batman, Robin.
Yes.
Would you put Spider-Man and Iron Man in there now? Like, are they a tag team? They're more bedfellows to me.
It's a good pull.
They're more bedfellows.
Ash and Pikachu.
That's a great team. I'm trying to make like a Hardy's comparison.
Han Solo and Chewbacca is another good Star Wars tag team.
Oh, that's a great tag team. That's a great Star Wars tag team.
Good rivalry tag team. Not tag team, but good rivalry in Star Wars. Han versus Lando Calrissian.
Oh yeah, and I thought they were friends. There you go. That's a wrestling story. And then Han became Shawn Michaels, and Lando became Marty Jannetty.
Who else? I mean,
Tom and Jerry would be great.
The teacher and the student, Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Oh yeah. That was when they teamed up to face the evil Darth Maul.
And in the animated series,
Great
Darth Maul.
villain.
I gotta watch the new Darth Maul show. There's Darth
It's
Maul
good.
animated show. I gotta watch that. Darth Maul in the animated series has a brother, Savage Opress. Great brother tandem.
Really?
Yeah, he's a yellow version of their species,
So there's a yellow version,
and
of
he's just like fucking yoked.
Ooh,
And it's like such a good story where like Savage has to like go to basically like the depths of hell to find Darth Maul, and he's like all battered, and he's like these like spider like robot legs because he like survived being cut in half, and
oh wow,
it's so fast. It's such a good Star Wars animated. You would love watching it from a wrestling eye because the stories they tell in those shows are just impeccable.
really? Yeah, like that's what keeps me in at this point with wrestling is the story that's involved. It's part of the reason why I'm so pissed about not going to Limitless, because the story that's been brewing since Aaron Rourke cost Gabby Forza the Limitless World Championship, and that's independent wrestling. And there's a story there that's kept me hooked. WWE had the obvious story of Cody Rhodes finishing his story and getting the WWE Championship. That's the obvious one. When a story can capture you, that makes me stay in more than the wrestling, to say the least. But then sometimes you have the wrestling in the ring that tells a story. Go watch Okada Omega. 1, 2, 3, and 4, I'm pretty sure. Go watch all of them. They tell a story in the ring. MJF versus Bryan Danielson. That tells a fantastic story in the ring. The Iron Man match. There's as long as you're telling a good story, I am entertained.
Love that. Anything else before we shut her down here, Patty?
No, I just really want people to go check out the wiki races. We're about to go. We got go check those out. That's really cool. Different that we've been doing, and also check out. Go call. Give me a call. All right, I get calls about fish all goddamn day. All right, I don't care. You know what I care about? Wrestling, pro wrestling. Ask me anything you want, from WWE, AEW, TNA, independents, you name it, I'll talk about it. All you gotta do is go to speakpipe.com/official house show to leave me your comment, or just go to the Apple and Spotify apps where you listen to your podcast, leave a rating, and then ask a question down there below. We will answer it here on the show, and then you can listen back. That's how we do it. All right, so go and do all that. Subscribe and hit that button. Subscribe and hit that bell notification to know every time we go live on YouTube, and then follow us on all social media platforms at Official House Show on Instagram and TikTok, and at Real House Show on Instagram and Real House Show on Twitter. I was getting there.
Everything else is
Real House Show.
Show.
And then follow myself on all social media platforms. Patty Pitts, PADDY PITTS USE. And then follow Kyle on all social media platforms at on Twitter at KBizzle311 and on Instagram at KBizzle11. There we go.
Dude, I'm going to get you to start collecting Pokemon cards, but just Lucha.
Yeah, we can start them right now.
You're going to have a whole binder. I want you to have a PSA 10 graded Lucha on that shelf.
Okay. I think there's room for it.
I'm going to get you a whole binder. We're going to get you a whole binder like this. Just Luchas. You roll up to a wrestling show, it's like, oh, what's in your backpack? Oh, I got this binder here. It's
my set of Luchas, bro. Come on, bro.
I keep those motherfucking Luchas on me.
I keep that thing strapped, bro. I keep that thing strapped.
The best part is you can collect Luchas and Mega Luchas.
Oh, and to level them up. That's how we do it.
Mega Lucha looks like Rey Mysterio in Pokemon form.
That's so cool.
It's incredible. There is a card at my card shop. I'm gonna get it for you to start your Lucha collection. It's a shiny Lucha.
All right, I'm in. You get it. I'll start it. Let's shut it down.
Lucha in the house.
You got to get Lucha in the house. Got to get Lucha in the house.
So my people who know, last thing, people who know, my internet journey started in the Pokemon community, playing like online Pokemon. I got to find a graphic designer, like an artist, to draw Lucha with house show colors.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of
That's kind of fresh. That would be in fuego. I would love that. That'd be sweet. That would be sweet. Let's do it. Go find me a Lucha and leave me a voicemail. Those are our final thoughts before we shut the lights down and flip the chairs. Thank you all for tuning in. God bless. Remember that you can do it. All you gotta do is try. See you next week.